What is going on? We are back on Twitch again. More action here in the United Sim Football Association, halfway through week number 8. Thank you so much for spending some time with your boy. Should be an interesting ball game here tonight. Final game. There's only one game tonight, but we got 2 more tomorrow on Twitch as well, so make sure you watch out for that. And we're going to start it out here real nice and smooth here. Charlotte and Anchorage will be the 2 teams playing tonight. Can't be mad with Vic versus Preston. They've been in the league since they've been together, and they never played against each other. They never played with each other. They always played against each other, and expecting another fun matchup between those 2 guys. Smoke Rivers versus Hank Falco. Hank Falco coming into this game, I believe he's leading the league in passing yards, and he's going to do his thing. You already know how he does. And Smoke Rivers, he's having himself a solid season. Should be interesting to see how this one goes down. You know how it goes. Thanks so much for spending time getting the giveaway !USFA if you haven't already. And I think I have everything pretty much ready to go. I just got to go ahead and hit that play game button just like that, but we ain't quite there yet. So shout out to the big homies up in the chat doing their thug thizzle. See Mr. D'Amico doing his thing. That's Davin Brewer, and you see right there Dissolving and Ryan up in here. Should be seeing a lot more people in this one. Is going to get bigger and better. You already know how we do, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit it right now. Let's go ahead and get into it. And it looks like we are getting started here. Let's go ahead and do it. Anchorage will start with the football, and we are underway. Let's go ahead and get it popping. Best of luck to both of these teams here. As we're going to see the return taking the pass to 20. Is going to set up 1st and 10 here for Smoke Rivers and the gang. Let's see what they can do here on offense. First and 10 coming. Going to be a handoff there to the big home, and there goes Brewer cutting past the 1st down mark. Going to pick up 12 to kick this one off. Davin Brewer looking real nice. Handoff here. There goes Brewer juking to the outside, trying to get away, and he'll pick up 3. Good pursuit there by Mr. Bo Cannon. He's going to make a 2nd and 7 coming up. Passing the right side and going to be caught for the 1st down. There goes Isaiah Fowler picking up 18, and Anchorage is on the move already. 1st and 10 here for the Snow Devils here at home. And a beautiful pass there by Smoke. Handoff here. There goes Brewer taking inside the 30. 2nd and medium coming. Second and 5 coming up here. Going to be a handoff, and there goes Kaju Witten picking up 4, and it's going to make it 3rd and 1 coming. Charlotte with the chance to get them off of the field. Their first 3rd down up to this point. Faking the handoff, looking right side and caught, turning up. There goes Jim Carr, picking the first down up, getting to about the 12-yard line. And Anchorage, first check into the red zone. Welcome back to the people on the ad break. If you don't have a sub, go ahead and get one. Go ahead and throw a dot there, but Sean Justice could not hang on to that one. That's going to make it 2nd and 10 coming up here. Good hit there by the corner. Second and 10 passing. They're going to send a blitz. Block is solid. Catch is going to be made inside the 5 there by Isaiah Fowler, and it's going to be 3rd and 3. Preston Dotson awaiting his first point on the field, meeting up with his brother there. But it's going to set up a shotgun set here for Anchorage at the 5-yard line. There's going to be a pass here, looking for a man, looks right side and going to be caught and walks up in there. Lasker Wheels going to punch it up in there, and Anchorage is on top here in the first. Touchdown, Snow Devils. And a beautiful starting drive here by the home team gets it done. We'll see what the extra point looks like. Here by bot kicker Dan Crestview. And it's going to be up, going to the left a little bit, but it goes through. As the camera glitching a little bit, you see that? Someone fired that cameraman. 7-0 is your score, and Charlotte's coming onto the field for the first time. Kicking this one away, and it's going to be returned there by Vic Dotson. His first touch is going to get him to the 20, and it's going to make it 1st and 10 here for Charlotte. Hank Falco coming onto the field looking for a big day. We'll see what the veteran could do. He's been in the league for quite some time. Definitely a surefire Hall of Famer in the future. Look, if Dan Marino could get no rings and makes it to the Hall of Fame, I think it's a safe bet that he'd make it in there eventually, as Doc Boone is going to start us off on the ground. It's going to be 1 carry for 2 yards there. It's going to make it 2nd and 8. It's hard for me to think that when Vic retires, he should be a 1st or 2nd ballot Hall of Famer as well. What he's been able to do, revolutionizing the tight end position, but they also got to revolutionize that offensive line. Got to make sure he stays put until the ball is hiked. That's going to back him up 5. 2nd and 13 coming up. Shotgun set here for the big homie Falco, looking for a man, and he's going to go middle of the field and going to be incomplete as Doc Boone could not hang on through contact. The free agent signing of Kenny Bombard, a very strong move there for Anchorage. Going to be 3rd and 13. Passing in the middle of the field is going to be caught and rumbling for about 10. That's going to make it 4th and short. And they're going to have to punt it back to Anchorage, who had themselves a pretty good drive to start the game. We'll see if they can repeat it. And we'll see Jake Parkey boot this one down the field pretty soon. Sending this one away to about the 20-yard line. And here comes the other Dotson, Preston, taking it to about the 27, 28-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. Smoke Rivers already has a touchdown in the books. Let's see what they can do here. Going to send Sean Justice in motion and then hand it off to the big homie Brewer. He's going to pick up about 3. Already over 20 yards rushing. Going to make it 2nd and 7. Gonna go ahead and pass it to the left side. Has a man, but the pass off the mark, and that's gonna make it 3rd and 7. Third and 7, passing it here, looking middle of the field and gonna be caught to the 45-yard line. There goes Jamar Carr. Gonna make it 1st and 10 here. Gonna be a fake of the handoff here, looking middle of the field and gonna be incomplete. Therefore, Sean Justice with the slow start to his game. Gonna make it 2nd and 10. The ball was in his hand, so gotta bring that one in. But Charlotte, they are not shy with their cornerbacks and their safeties. Gonna be sitting tall in the pocket, then spinning away, trying to get away from pressure, but Shane Knox is gonna get the sack. And that's gonna make it a 3rd and a country mile situation here for Anchorage. Great job by the big homie Shane Knox, drafted by Charlotte. Went to Anchorage on a trade, went to free agency, and came right back home. So definitely a big sack for him, as it looks like Smoke is going to take off to run, but he's not fast enough. He's not going to be able to get all those yards by his legs. That's going to go ahead and punt this one away. Charlotte coming back onto the field. Norman Martell will be the return man. We'll see what he could do. Sending this one away is going to bounce, and it's going to be recovered inside the 15. Hank Falco with take 2. Let's see what they could do. Going to send John Smith Jr. in motion, then hand it off. There goes Doc, who's going to get close to the 20, picking up 6 on the play. Doc is there in the backfield, and they'll give him another try. See what he can do. Barely getting past the 20. That's really about it. There's going to be 3rd and 3 coming. High formation coming up here. 3rd and 3. Big drop back here for Falco. Looks left side, is going to be caught by Vic, but it might be a flag on Charlotte. And it is going to be a hold there. Unfortunate. Going to make it 3rd and 13 coming up. Miss Ty White up into his house. What's happening? Passing it here, looking, gonna be passing it, gonna be incomplete, as Doc is going to have another chance, but he could not bring it in for the 2nd time tonight. And that's going to be 4th and 13, and another punt forced by Anchorage. Nothing much though. I'm doing well. I'm back in the thick of things, as this looks like Jake Parker's going to kick it straight from the goal line as far as he can inside the 40. Can't be mad at that point, as the return is going to get taken close to midfield, and Anchorage is going to have some good field position here in the later portion of the first quarter. Going to be a big drop back to send the blitz looking middle of the field and gonna be caught. Another play there. There goes Ty White. 2nd and 1 coming up. Look her, yeah, they always do that. As we're going to see a handoff. Kaju's got some space inside the 35 to the 31. And that's going to make it 1st and 10. Yeah, those animations look so weird. Like, it's like, oh, I broke my back. Back is broken. Like, what part of the back is hurt? Spinal. 1st and 10 coming up. Mr. Sean Justice checking in, exclamation point USFA if you haven't already. Thank you, sir. As we'll see the handoff, and Davin Brewer is going to get shut down that time. A loss of 1. First person there, John Smith. Top 3 sacks so far. Looking to get some more if you can, but that should close out quarter numero uno. And that is going to make it 2nd and 11. Checking out the team stats real quick. And we'll see how that affects the game going forward. Best of luck once again to both of these teams. Passing it here. Sets tall and throws over the top. And there goes Ty White. Touchdown. Snow Devils. 13-0, trying to take it to this 6-win team. Over the top of the linebacker, JC Judon. Not, oh, that's actually a bot player that was guarding. Are you asking for trouble? Ty White will eat those all day. Kick is going to be up and good. It's going to be 14-0 here for Anchorage. Going to be a return here from Vic. Turn it up and getting past the 20. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming. Going to be a big drop back here for Falco. Going to step up and take off the run. There goes the big home is sliding down. You see the block there by Doc as soon as he saw his quarterback running. That's teamwork at its finest. 1st and 10 coming up. Going to be passing this one is going to be caught there. MJW with his first catch of the game, picking up 5. Passing the left side, and that's going to be incomplete there. 3rd and medium coming up. Damn, what happened? You not hitting exclamation point USFA. That's what happened, but Anchorage is currently on top. 3rd and 5 coming up here for Charlotte, looking to get their offense rolling. Getting close to midfield here. Passing it, looking Going to spin away from the pressure. Is he going to use the legs again? Yes, he will, and slide down. And that's the second time this drive. The legs of the veteran gets the job done. It's going to be 1st and 10 here for the big homie, Hank Falco. Actually, you don't even have a player, Kyle. It wouldn't really affect you too much. Need to get you a player, man. Going to be a handoff pushing forward, and Preston Dotson just says no to all that. 2nd and 9 coming. His first tackle of the game. Kind of weird seeing him only with 1 tackle so far in the ball game. He's been used to getting so many tackles this season. Believe he's leading the league up to this point. Going to be passing this one short. Is going to be caught, and there goes the halfback Xylo Zooms. Going to make it 1st and 10 coming. Probably going to add a player in these to ECFL in the off season. Heard that. Speaking of the ECFL, the purchase is in progress. Going to be taking over that pretty soon. Actually, taking over now for the most part. Pessin is going to be caught. It's going to be Bobby Boucher coming through with the play. 2nd and 2 coming up. Ty White says, don't let up, Devils. Says Charlotte's now in scoring range. Going to fake the handoff here. Looking for a man. Going to go right side with it. And it looks like Boucher had a chance, but he couldn't quite hang on to it. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Third and 2 coming up here. Shotgun set. Passing it here. Looking for a man. Right side is going to be caught. And there goes Double R. Ralph Rodriguez with the catch. And another 3rd down converted here by Charlotte. Gets him in the red zone for the first time tonight. And my big homie Jax James, he taught me everything I knew. He popped up in here. Don't forget 15 entries gets an extra giveaway. So make sure you invite all your people. Show some love and invite your boy to the parties. You know what I'm saying? As the big homie Doc Boone is pushing inside the 10 with that play. Good vision. It's going to be 2nd and 4 coming. I'm pretty sure Davin Brewer is. He was one of the first people here. Yeah, he's in there. He's good to go. Need a quarterback. Yeah, that is true. He's going to fake the handoff. Going to get hit. He's trying to get the ball off, but it's going to be a sack. And it's going to be number 54 making the play. Not quite sure who that player was. I'm pretty sure it's the user player, though. Great job nonetheless. 3rd and 11 coming up here for Charlotte. Got to get past the 2-yard line if they want the first. Looking to step up, avoids the sack, turn it up. He's going to take off himself, and the legs of Falco still work. Touchdown, Charlotte. And he hit that dance on him. I taught him how to do that, or at least Vic taught him how to do that. I don't know how he did that, but what a play there by Falco. Jake Parkey here with the extra point, and it is gonna be good. And we're back to a 7-point affair here. A 12-play 76-yard drive gets us halfway through the second, and we'll see what Anchorage could do in response. Make sure y'all keeping up with how many viewers are in the game. The moment you see 20, let me know. I'll double check, and if so, we get another giveaway. So, because I'm not going to be looking at it like that. I have a stat feed on my OBS, but it's not always up to date. So y'all got to be the ones to let me know. And we'll keep that rolling. As Smoke Rivers says he's going to keep it rolling. Says he wants another touchdown to erase what Charlotte did. And there's plenty of time to do so. Gonna be a handoff here with the reverse. Finding a little bit of a blocker, spins off one man, and then gets dragged backwards after picking up 4. I like that play though. Going to be passing it here, right side. Going to be caught. There goes Carr. Turn it up and outside of the 30. And another first down play. Smoke Rivers with only 3 incompletions so far tonight. It's going to be 1st and 10. Grayson Rain there with the tackle. Big drop back. They send a blitz at Smoke. He's going to spin away from pressure and run straight into a bot sack. 2nd and 21 coming up here. I don't know who that is, but he made a play. And Charlotte's going to take it. Is it a bad thing that I know a little bit more about some of the bots than some of the users? It might be. 4 minutes left here in the second. There's going to be another drop back. They're going to send a blitz at Smoke. He's going to try to run around, sets his feet. Is going to be caught. Musker Wheels going to make the catch, and he's going to make it back to a much more doable situation here. 3rd and 9. Passing it here, looking for a man left side, and the pass well off the mark. They tried to do the curl route, but I think Smoke Rivers was expecting the curl to be a little bit more towards the inside of the field, and that's going to go ahead and set up a punt. Sending this one away, and he's going to be taking it inside the 20 to the 15, a fair catch. And it's going to be 1st and 10 coming. Hank Falco got a touchdown, looking to do it again to tie it up. Handoff here. Doc is cutting up, not getting too much here. The ground game kind of slow. Preston Dotson, the first one there. Had a pick 6 last week. Preston's always switching up his drip. He's going to see a pass left side. It's going to be caught. Looks like that's John Smith Jr. with the catch. Going to pick up 2 for his first of the game. Now it's 3rd and 6. Shotgun set, need to get past the 25-yard line to keep the drive alive. Going to look for a man quickly. Going to be incomplete, as really didn't see too much develop on the play, but I'll go ahead and send it straight to Anchorage with another stop here in a second. Sending it back to Preston. Let's see what he could do here. Gonna look to cut around, but tackled by his brother Vic, hitting the crease. He says, hey, I can get tackles on you. I'm a great gunner. It's gonna be passing this one, looking for a man, steps up and then throws middle of the field and gonna be caught. And there goes Jim Carr with the play. It's gonna be 1st and 10 coming up. 4 catches, 55 yards. Yeah, not Jim, Jamar Carr. I keep getting them confused. They start with J, as their last name's the same. I did it early before he came in too. That's pretty hilarious. Going to be passing it, launching it deep right side, a man open and a drop. And I think I know what Davin Brewer needs to upgrade come this next week. This isn't the first time either. He's done this a few times in the receiving game. He's had some easy looks and just fell out of his hands. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Middle of the field is going to be caught and they'll pick up 6. But that was a 2-score ball game waiting to happen. But it fell right out of his hands. He must have been eating that popcorn. You know what I'm saying? Must have seen the movies or something like that before the game. It happens to the best, honestly. Well, it can't be the best because that ain't Vic. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be 3rd and 4. As they make a quick adjustment here to the formation. Going to fake the handoff to Brewer. And going to be launching this one deep to the right side again. And going to be caught. Ty White does it again. Let me show you how it's done, Davin. And she did it in coverage. Even more impressive. And it looked like the big homie Keegan Terry got housed on that one. He's a little bit shorter when it comes to the cornerback position. And Ty White soars high, over 6'5". It is what it is. Kick is up and gonna be good. And Anchorage is gonna score again as the camera glitches again. Who is this cameraman? 44 seconds left in the second. In perfect position to make the play and just refuses. Looked like he got bumped at the end of it. I don't know if y'all noticed, like on the replay. Looked like he got bumped a little bit. Maybe Ty gave like a stiff elbow real quick to the ribs. As Vic Dotson's gonna await the return here. Will be another kneel down. Nope, it's gonna be returnable here. Gonna cut this one to the left. Gonna try to use his blocks, and he's not gonna make it quite past the 20. I think they might mark it to 19.5. That's gonna put Charlotte back onto the field here with 41 seconds. So far, a decent enough game, especially if Charlotte can do something. Gonna sit tall, throws right side, and gonna be caught, hit out of bounds. Gonna make it 2nd and medium. We all love Madden until you're the one that gets hit with the cheese. As he's going to set up Charlotte at the 26-yard line, sitting tall in the pocket. They're going to send a blitz his way, hit as he throws, and still finds Vic. It's going to be inside midfield with that play, and they'll call the timeout. I mean, they've done it so many times in their career. Hit as he throws. I don't know how he got his arm going forward for that, but Vic was in the right place at the right time. Turns up and gets inside Anchorage territory now. Vic is going to be by himself at the top of the formation. He's going to run up a little bit. We'll see what he does. Going to throw it short, and that's going to be incomplete there. Clock stops at 26 seconds. And cheese is good, most definitely. Going to be passing it here, looking for a man. Going to go ahead and launch a deep left side, and he's got a step. It's going to be caught one-handed. They said he got both feet in bounds, and it's going to be a touchdown. MJW gets it done again. And the great season for number 8 continues. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Kick is going to be up, and kick is going to be good. I need to be more, need to pay attention a little bit to OBS because there is a way for me to like halt the ads for a little bit, but I don't want it to start out with the third either. It's kind of weird. But I think going into the second quarter, I think that should be a good time, regardless, to try to stop the ads. But the only way you can really stop the ads is if you get that sub, you know what I'm saying? They ain't that expensive, you know? But regardless of that, we're back to a one-score affair with 19 seconds left. It's going to be Jake Parkey sending this one away. He's going to be taking this one past the 15. It's going to be 1st and 10. I'm a poor college student. You're old enough to get a job, as is you, Wolf Gold. I don't know how old you is actually. Going to pass his right side, and he catches that one as Brewer. He's going to be 2nd and 8. The income consists of reffing youth basketball. Well, get that money that you get from youth basketball on a Cash App card or something. But it's going to be 2nd and 8 coming up here. PayPal, Venmo, whatever. Going to be passing it. Chime, looking left side. Going to be caught for a 1st down play, and they'll call the timeout to make it 7 seconds left. Speaking of seven entries here, so we need another 9, right? No, we need another 8. There you go. We need another 8 entries in the giveaway to get another giveaway. Passing it here, looking for a man, spinning away from the pressure, throws it to Brewer, who's going to make the catch, and they'll call the final timeout here. And there goes Ty White throwing out the sub. I try to tell you, that's all you got to do. 4 months. Appreciate you for supporting us, helping us be great. Gonna be looking for a man. Just gonna throw it short to Ty White. There's decides not to go Hail Mary on that one. They're going to be content with the 7-point lead. And we are here at giveaway season. Let's go ahead and get back into it. The first one of the week. We have 7 entries. So we'll go ahead and spin that wheel real quick. As we're going to see that run there by Hank Falco, looking nice for the touchdown. And then you see this pass right here from Falco, just a dart over the top. And the cameraman, once again, we need to throw this cameraman in the trash. Like, what is this? But anyway, looks like the TPE will be at the 10 format. So 10 TPE given away on this first entrant. It will go to someone that will make a lot of people mad. Is going to go to Mr. Ryan Davis. And he's going to get another one to start out the week. And boos are in the chat as Vic Dotson is going to go ahead and kneel this one down. And I could go ahead and just copy this one, might as well. And then change the TPE, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I could do less work. Gonna be a pass here, looking for a man, gonna spin away from the pressure, throws it left side, going backwards with it, but he will gain 3. Second and 7. Don't even need it. Just add to the bank. Going to be passing the left side and going to be caught and hit pretty hard there by Preston. Yeah, you don't need no damn TPE. I mean, at this point, you might as well trade it in and get some drip or something like that. Get a new backplate or something. You have over 3,000 TPE. Like, what do you really need? Well, technically you could use it for like banking purposes, as we'll see the catch there by Vic, tackled by who I believe is his brother. Is going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Yeah, that was Preston who gave him the tackle there. Mr. Norman Bates, Norman Martell, cornerback there for Charlotte, checking in, saying, let's go Royals. Handoff. There goes Doc Boone, and he's averaging 3 a carry, which is not horrible, but not up to the standard of a Doc Boone, the former MVP, trying to get it done tonight. But so far, Anchorage has done a pretty good job stopping the run game. As we have the final 10 minutes of the 3rd quarter, Doc is back there again. Going to send Preston in motion and then using to block his own brother to pick up a solid gain. I don't know if you watched the whole play from 87, but that was he had 23 marked on his playbook right there. And that set him free to make it a 3rd and manageable. It's going to be Zalo Zooms in the backfield. They're not going to give him a go. They're going to throw it short. It's going to be caught. There goes the big homie Hex Waters picking up a play. 1st and 10. Matthias Sutherland with the tackle. And it's going to be inside the 40 now here for Charlotte. Doc is back there. 3 tight end set, looking for a man. Gonna go ahead and run straight into some coverage there, and it's gonna be a sack. Look, he had enough room until he ran out of room. I just hit him a little. First one back there, and that's gonna be a sack. Hangs on to the football, going to make it 2nd and 18. Doc is back there. They're going to give him a go here, pushing forward, getting to the 40, and it's going to make it 3rd and 12 here for Charlotte. Shotgun set here. Doc is back there. They're going to send him on a route, middle of the field, and there goes Vic again. Converting on 3rd down. Tight end of the year, 7 years in a row. He says he's ready to make it happen if you leave him open. 1st and 10 coming here for Charlotte. And what a play there by the offensive coordinator here, making it happen. They send a blitz at him, just like Ty White said in the chat, but caught him slipping here, looking for a man again, going to turn around, sets his feet, goes right side with it, and there goes John Smith pushing forward for a 1st down play. And once again, Charlotte's on the move, a solid play away from tying this one up. Single back set. Giving it to Zalo Zooms, bouncing around, tackled by the big homie Preston Dotson. He's going to make it 2nd and 6. Handoff, pushing forward, sheds off the first man, and then rumbles forward for about 1. 3rd and 7 coming up. Tino Alston, the first one there to make contact. Smoke Rivers hoping for a stop here. 3rd and 7, 5 minutes left there in the 3rd. Got to get past the 3-yard line to keep the drive alive. Looking for a man, sets tall, throws it to the halfback, turn it up, and there's needed one more block. Maybe he could have got it if he cut inside, but he decided to go outside, and the Anchorage defense is going to hold them to a field goal attempt. And that's exactly what Jake Parkey intends to do. From the right hash, kick is up and right down the middle. Can't do that any better. And we have ourselves a 4-point ball game here in the third quarter. We have ourselves a game, folks. Make sure you show some love. Thanks so much for all the people in the chat showing love. Thank you so much. And we got another giveaway coming up at the end of the third. As always, the rest of the season is going to be three giveaways a game. So at least 3. Decided to do 2 earlier. It's like, you know, if y'all going to keep on coming and bring more people, you know, I'm all for people getting their shine on. You know what I'm saying? Kicking this one away. It's going to be a kneel down there by Quinn James. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Smoke Rivers got the lead. Says he's ready to go. Norman Bates, thank you so much. He's going to stretch this one outside. There goes Brewer, who finds a crease. And he's going to get close to the 30 with that play. The ground game on either side hasn't been too crazy up to this point. 2nd and 6 coming up. Sending Sean Justice in motion, and looks like they'll pick up another 3 on the ground. He's averaging almost 4 carries, Davin Brewer. Gonna make it 3rd and 3 coming. Gonna pass it here. They're gonna send 4 at him. Looking left side, wide open. Justice past the 45-yard line, hanging on to it. It's gonna be 1st and 10 coming up, as he's talking a little smack there to JD Edwards. I don't know if you've seen that. It's like, I ain't worried about you, cuz. That's what he said. He said, do better. As Anchorage is on the move here, closing in Anchorage territory. Going to look for a man. Going to take off. Spins off one man past midfield. He's going to make it 2nd and 7 coming up. Gonna hand this one off and gonna get stuffed. And Quinn James isn't going anywhere. It's gonna be 3rd and 9 here. And Charlotte has a chance to get off of the field before the end of the third. Going to send Davin Brewer in motion to the outside. Let's see what they can do. They're going to send the corner blitz. It's going to force some pressure, and it's going to force a throwaway. And the defense of Charlotte makes the play they need. That's going to make it 4th and 9. Crestview, you're on the clock. Great defense overall. They sent the corner blitz at him. Forced him out of the pocket. He was like, nope, I'm just going to go ahead and play the field position game. Defense has been playing solid so far up to this point, as we'll see the kick. He's looking for a bounce inside right at the 1, and it bounces to about the 10. And that's going to put Charlotte back onto the field. Going to be faking the handoff here, looking short with it and caught, turn it up, and going to get to the 15. He's going to make it 2nd and 4 coming. Third quarter winding down here. Gonna look left side, gonna be incomplete. And it's gonna be 3rd and 4 coming up here. A fairly even ball game, all things considered. Third and 4 coming, looking for a man, and they left number 87 open. He's gonna leave them all in the dust to close the 3rd quarter. And Charlotte's on top just like that. A miscue of all miscues there. You never want to leave 87 open on the wheel route. You're just asking for trouble. And that's going to put Charlotte on top. Falco's loving it. Extra point to close the 3rd quarter is up and golden. And we could get another spin going, folks. Throw your fours in the chat. Let's go ahead and do it. 8 entries here for this giveaway. See what the prize is this time around. So close to that 50. It's going to be 5 TPE here for this one. And it's going to stay in favor of Toronto. It's going to go to the quarterback, Jax James. Got a lot of Toronto players winning the giveaway recently. Looks like 4 out of the last 5 has went to Toronto up to this point. D'Angelo Jackson, Ryan Davis won twice, and then we have the big homie, Jax James, winning it now for 5 TPE. One more left in this ball game. One more for tonight. You say giveaway rig? No. Can't be too rigged. You gotta get more people up in here. You know what I'm saying? That if you don't want them winning, you gotta get your people. But I do see y'all posting up. I don't even want it. I just didn't want y'all to have it. I felt that. I got you. Gonna be pushing forward, getting closer to 30. Davin Brewer picking up 4. Hand off here to Brewer. Not getting the first. Going to make it 3rd and 3. Davin back there, but it's going to be a short drop back. Taking off to run. Enough for the first down. Hangs on to it. Bo Cannon there with the tackle, but it's enough for Anchorage first down. Johnny on the spot with that tucking and run type of situation. Hand off, there goes Brewer, spinning off one man, and then there's a couple of Royals right behind them just to make the tackle, a gain of 3. Faking the handoff to Kaju, looking for a man middle of the field and gonna be caught. And there goes Sean Justice, where there with the catch. And that's going to move Anchorage inside Charlotte territory. Great job in coverage. A good hit there by Keegan Terry, but couldn't force the ball out. First and 10 here. Kaju Witten there in the backfield, and they're going to fake it his way. Going to throw it quickly there to Ty White, who's going to turn up inside the 30 and then gets slung out of bounds there. But that's enough for another Anchorage first down. And she is well over 100 yards now. That means both tight ends are now over that mark. That was an 85-yard touchdown from Vic earlier, and that's going to go ahead and make it happen here. Handoff. There goes Davin, who's going to get slung down. Great tackle there by the linebacker. Oh, sorry, that's the defensive lineman, Gabriella Smith. It's going to be 2nd and 8 coming. Faking the handoff here, looking middle of the field and going to be dropped. That was a touchdown. 3rd and 8 coming up. Can't blame Smoke on that. That was about as good of a pass as you could really ask for in that situation. Right down the middle. Right in between the coverage. Heard those footsteps in the dark, if you will. Going to be passing it again, looking for a man. Going to go straight to the seam again, and this time it works. Jamar Carr, touchdown, Anchorage. And they're back on top. Got to give Smoke his credit. He's been throwing some serious darts here against a very tough secondary. He's making the plays. He's got this, and he's got his team up late in the 4th, around the midway portion of the 4th, I should say. But the kick is up and good. My personal opinion, this is a top 5 game so far for Smoke Rivers. I'll have to give him some credit where credit is due. Hasn't forced it into coverage. He's actually probably should have had 5 touchdowns up to this point. As we're going to see the return here from Vic. Turn it up and going to take it to about the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 coming with this one little upgrade. Yeah, that's true. Maybe that's what it takes. Going to send Vic in motion. Going to send him on the block. And there goes a carry there by Doc again past the 30. Maybe they need to use Vic a little bit more on the blocking on those on those stunt blocks there. It's been working out for him so far tonight. One of Doc Boone's better carries, and he's had another carry earlier in the game with a similar play. As we're going to see him take off and find the crease, running straight into Preston Dotson. It's going to be 2nd and medium coming. Going to be passing it here, looking right side and going to be caught. There goes Ralph Rodriguez over the top. It's 1st and 10 coming. Here comes Charlotte. Inside Anchorage territory with that play. He said, please stop blitzing. Yeah, Charlotte's been doing a very admirable job there when Anchorage blitzes on him. But that is that's Falco's star-studded awareness, as he's going to try to toss it deep and overthrows a touchdown. MJ Wooden had a step. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Anchorage could breathe a sigh of relief after that play because he had a step. And I believe that was the cornerback Wardell Mims there in coverage again, who's been struggling a little bit here. Maybe he's getting beat on the press a little bit too much, giving up some opportunities here. As we're going to see the pass towards Vic. He's going to hang on and make it 3rd and 1 coming up. 5 catches, 152 yards so far. Good tackle there by Wardell Mims to hold him away from potentially getting a 1st down. Handoff and going to be stuffed. Zalo zooms, goes backwards. And Anchorage is going to hold them to a 4th down. Great inside rush there by DeMarcus Freeman, the first one to make contact. And it looks like Charlotte will not test the waters here. They said they're going to trust on the defense to get it done. They're going to punt it right side, and it's going to be out of bounds, potentially around the 3 or 4 yard line. We'll have to see where they mark it. Did y'all see that game from Toronto this week? That's just ridiculous. Yeah, at the 1 yard line here, going to be pushing forward to about the 5. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Apologies again for not getting commentary. That was ridiculous. Almost got Yami offsides there. Quick pitch and going to be caught. I don't know how that's possible. I mean, when you can't stop water from flowing from the faucet, I mean, you're going to have a flood. 3rd and inches coming up here. Charlotte with the chance to get off of the field real quick. Go look at New Jersey's roster and you know how it's possible. No, just look at the offensive line. That's all you need to do. Passing this right side and Ty White's going to hang on. There's going to be 1st and 10. And she just snapped up like the Undertaker. You see that? Ding. How'd you do that? What in the world? First and 10 coming up here. Going to send Justice in motion and then pitch it outside. He's going to use his stiff arm and not going to work. It's going to be 2nd and 8. It also didn't help that Ryan Davis had one of his better games of the season as well. But that's going to be 2nd and 8 coming up here. Zaire didn't have time to throw, period. Not just a slant route, goddamn. He couldn't even throw a screen. He couldn't even throw a screenplay, goddamn. But it's going to be 2nd and 8. Handoff. Here comes the run there by Brewer getting to the 20. And Charlotte's going to call their 2nd timeout here. And they need to get a stop right now. Anyone can run deep on them. Their defense backs are all in eyes and slow. Gonna be passing this one, going to go right side, and no one is home on that one. And that's the most daring pass we've seen up to this point here for Smoke Rivers. Couldn't quite get the push off the back foot. And that's going to give Charlotte a chance here. Me personally, I would have ran the football just to see if they could pick up those final 3 yards. I would have put it in Davin Brewer's hands, but we'll see the return here. Norman Martell with the return. Cutting past the 35. Not too much there. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. One timeout and a 2-minute warning in their favor. Going to be passing it here. They're going to send Preston on the blitz, and it's going to be incomplete. Trying to fit that one to Ralph Rodriguez. It's going to be 2nd and 10 coming up. And that's going to be a false start. So Anchorage is going to take that, back them up 5 yards, and it's 2nd and 15. And he said, you heard what he said, is that they ain't make no sense. That's just ratchet. 2nd and 15 coming up. Going to be passing it here. Looking for a man. Goes left side with it and caught. There goes Rodriguez past the 1st down mark and using that speed. one of the more underrated football players here in the USFA, gets the job done, and we hit the 2-minute warning. First and 10 coming up. Another situation here. Falco in the set, looking to take off and run, throws the right side and incomplete. As Falco looking for yet another one-hitter quitter. He's about as clutch of a quarterback as we've seen in the later portion of football games, and they're in business now. A field goal won't do them justice. Looking for a man here, taking off to run, sets his feet, and going to run straight into a sack, and I just hit him low, takes him down. The third sack of the ball game here. It's going to be 3rd and 18. Gotta assume it's 4th down territory as well, right? Gonna look for a man, goes left side with it and overthrows a easy first down, potential touchdown. And now it's 4th and 18. The ball game comes down to this. Going to be passing it, looking for a man over the top, and Vic is open again. One-hitter quitter, and Falco gets it done. What? They call it the best quarterback to tight end connection in USFA history. And sometimes all you need is something familiar to get the job done. Vic Dotson with his second touchdown in the second half. And they're 1 minute and 9 seconds away from escaping the jaws of defeat. Kick is going to be up, and he barely made that one, but it's a 3-point ball game. Anchorage has all 3 timeouts. All they need is a field goal to tie this one up, and we'll see some extra plays here. So all is not lost here. But definitely an unfortunate turn of events there for Anchorage, led for a majority of the game. And not until, well, it technically Charlotte led in the fourth quarter, at the end of the third quarter. So that was when they gave up the lead for the first time. They ended up scoring. They did what they need to do offensively the next drive, but the defense with the critical error put Smoke Rivers in a Hank Falco type of situation. Going to be passing it here, looking for a man, running straight into a sack. And there goes Gabriella Smith and Shane Knox hitting them down. You hate to see it. And they are not calling a timeout here for reasons unknown. Got to keep the time on your side. They're just going to stick with the no huddle. See if they could hurry up and get the play off. They're going to make a couple of quick adjustments. See if they can catch them slipping. A fake of the handoff. Going to look for a man. 360 no scope. Right side and caught. Going to make the catch, but he cannot get out of bounds. So they got to burn the timeout here. Dan Crestview looking for an opportunity, warming up the leg. But that's exactly what they needed there. They're about 30 yards away from where they need to be. Here comes Smoke. Wants all the smoke. Going to get some smoke. And another sack here by Charlotte. This defense is turned up. Gabriella Smith had a sack earlier. Her husband's going to get one here to close it. And there's going to be one more timeout left here for Anchorage. 31 seconds left. Just ridiculous. The pass rush here for Charlotte getting the job done. Going to look middle of the field, and this overthrows the man there. And it's 3rd and 19. Things are getting a little tight here for the boys in black and blue. Going to be a fake of the handoff here, looking for a man. Going to go ahead and launch it deep to the left side, and there's no one over there. And it's going to be 4th and 19 coming up. The pressure getting to the young quarterback. And they need to get this first down if they want to keep this drive alive. They have one more timeout. Going to be passing this one middle of the field, and they're going to get about 15 of those yards, and that's not going to be enough. Charlotte escapes, and they're going to get the dub tonight. What a game. Not really the time to go for the curl routes there. Not a fan of that play. Need to get those plays out the book there that have those curls on those particular situations. That's not going to help out the juice. But Vic Dotson, Hank Falco, they're going to roll into Anchorage and pick up win number 7 on the season to stay pace with the top team, Toronto Wraiths. And what a game there for sure. As we'll go ahead and talk about the final games of the week. We got Huntington Beach and Tacoma to close it out, or at least to start out the doubleheader tomorrow. So make sure you watch out for that. Might do it a little bit early, but I'll keep you up to date on when I'll start that. And then we'll close out the week with Detroit at Dallas. Going to end this week with the West Coast. Should be an interesting ball game for sure. I like both of these teams. Can't wait to see that one, as we'll go ahead and wrap this one up for sure. Final score 31-28. And what was a ridiculous ball game all the way around. GG's in the chat for sure. Both teams put all out for their city, but only one team could get the W. As we'll go ahead and tune into the stats, and we'll get one more spin of the giveaway. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. Thank you so much for spending some time with your boy. As we scroll down, check out the team stats, all the good stuff. What is going to be the prize as we check the possession time? Pretty even all the way around. Hank Falco, 3 TDs on the day, 381 yards. Smoke Rivers, 338 yards. Had the better completion percentage with 70%. Just couldn't get it done in the late portion. You see right there. Let's go to the rushing side of things. There was Doc Boone and Davin Brewer both struggling for the most part. They wasn't getting no big carries. Salah Zooms, Falco, Witten, Smoke, and James each getting touches today. The longest carry only 18 yards, and that was about the quarterback. So that's pretty ridiculous there. You see right there. Brewer, Witten, and Boone each had at least a carry for a first down or more. Ty White, 7 for 122, 2 TDs. Jamar Carr, 6 for 102, 1 TD. Sean Justice, 4 for 50. Isaiah Fowler, 3 for 41. Lascar Wills, 2 for 17 and a touchdown. Davin Brewer, 2 for 6. Had a drop. 3 drops total, 2 by Justice, 1 by Brewer. And Ty White, the longest catch of the game for them, 42 yards. On the other side, Vic Dotson doing Vic Dotson things. 6 catches of 201 yards and 2 TDs. Got the game winner there, 464 there for Ralph Rodriguez. John Smith Jr., 3 for 16. Doc Boone, 3 for 19. MJW there, 2 for 52 and a TD. Hex Waters, 2 for 11. Bobby Boucher, 1 for 8. And Zylo Zooms, 1 for 10. Going into the drops here, Boone had 2. Smith and Boucher had 1. And looking at the longest catch of the game, expected Vic Dotson with the catch closing in the third quarter. Just ridiculous. Looking at the tackles there, Smith, Terry, Martell, and Adams Jr. led the way with at least 7 tackles. Doing their thug, Thizzle, Gabby, and Cutbirth doing their thing. Bo Jackson, Jameson Price, Vic getting 2 tackles as well. Shane Knox there, along with Gabby and John getting 2 tackles for loss. and Jamal Adams Jr. had a tackle for loss. Shane Knox led the way with the sack and a half against his former team. With his first team, no INTs either side, no pass deflections, no other defensive stats from what I'm seeing. As we go ahead to the other side here is going to be the leading tackler of Preston and Kenny with 6 apiece. Actually, Preston at 8, my apologies. Looking at, I just hit him a little with 4, Brendan Barbo with 3, DeMarcus and Wardell doing their thing, Ron McDon, Thomas Noble, Mr. Sandman, and El Jefe. 2 tackles for loss, so I just hit him a little. A bevy of players with 1. I just hit him a little with a sack and a half, and then split 1 with Thomas Noble or a Healthy to go one of those 2 players. No INTs here, but Anthony Spencer got a pass deflection, and that should be all the defensive stats. There it is. Looking on the special team side of things, the leading kicker, Jake Parkey, 1 field goal, 4 extra points. Dan Crestview, 4 extra points, no field goals. Great job there. Both of these guys perfect. Jake Parkey led the way with the average on the punts. Great job there. Kick return wise, Vic averaged 21 some change. Quinn James averaged 20. And you see right there, Preston and Norman doing their thing on the punt return. As you look at the scoring summary here, the prize to close it out tonight is 10 TPE, and it will go to the halfback of Anchorage, aka Davin Brewer. So we'll go ahead and take off here. We got a little bit more just going over. You see Vic Dotson with 2 scores in the second half doing his thing. And yeah, that's really about it here. We'll go ahead and close it out. The big homies at Huntington Beach will travel to Tacoma, so make sure you watch out for that. Pretty interesting ball game, a rivalry that is stretched from the first season of the USFA, and one of the newer rivalries here. Actually looking forward to this one because there's some bad blood between Detroit and Dallas. Pretty interesting set here. My personal opinion, one of my favorite rivalries. And we'll go ahead and close it out here. Thank you so much for spending a little time with your boy. I'm going to go ahead and hit this prediction for the Royals, and we out of here.